Welcome back. I know it's been a year and a half since my last upload to this channel, and with good reason. We had a hurricane here in Asheville, North Carolina, which not only took me offline, but mentally took me offline. For those of you that do know me, we lost our home in 2016 to a hurricane, and then after 11 months of rebuilding our home, we were hit by another hurricane, which we had to rebuild a majority of our home again, which prompted us to move to the hills of North Carolina to Asheville, where we thought never in a million years would there be a hurricane. Well, lo and behold, we had worst case scenario hurricane hit Asheville last year, and 2024, and devastating. The worst destruction I had seen in any of the hurricanes that I had been in. I was also in Hurricane Andrew in 91 in Miami. I was in Hurricane George in 99 in Florida. I mean, it just, yeah, I thought I was a magnet for, for many years to hurricanes. Unbeknownst to me at the time, it was my wife. She's the hurricane magnet. Um, I digress. Yes, I left the channel at the moment where I was promoting my new course, my book, The Art of Creative Authenticity. I had launched that. I had launched um, a whole new community platform. I was just getting back up and running, getting into something that I was very passionate about. That yeah, took me. It's been in the works for 30 years. And for the last 10 years, I've been developing the course and really putting it to paper and spending time on it. And just as I got it all launched, I just took a step back. I mean, for one, we lost internet, we lost power, we lost water. Um, and in those moments, you reevaluate your position in life, you reevaluate your purpose, you reevaluate what's important, what's not important, um, what you should be doing, what you maybe shouldn't be doing. In my case, it was I didn't need to be doing that in the way that I was doing it. And I will help you understand that reasoning. When you're teaching authenticity, it's pretty hard to be authentic when you're in the position of marketing, promoting, branding, and adopting a character that presents authenticity to those seeking even the slightest definition of what authenticity is. Because I realized that in my preparation, in my presentation of being authentic, I was being inauthentic, if that makes any sense. Like this right here, this, me, that, what does that look like? Jesus Christ. Um, this, this is me right now. This is who I am. This is what my daily life is like. This is authentically me. Getting prepped, picking out the shirt, putting on a jacket, making sure my hair is perfectly coiffed, that the lighting is correct, the wind is right, um, teleprompters, multiple camera angles, the right scene, setting, focal length, point, depth, perception. it's very hard to do that on your own and remain focused on purpose with intention. When your intention is making sure that your camera stays in focus and your volume remains below a threshold, and what you're saying is performative and functional and feels worthy of a position of marketing, it's really hard to stay within yourself. It's really hard to stay in here and get out of here. So I had to reevaluate a lot of things. And in that silence, in that darkness, I was able to do so. And that's when I decided to dissolve my program, dissolve my website. I still have the book. I still have the program, and I will launch it because I think it's very valuable. I think it has incredible benefits for anybody to be creative. Um, a lot of decades, decades of development with myself working with high profile artists and photographers and choreographers and playwrights and cinematographers and all sorts of creatives, helping them find their truth and helping them find the value in what they do. But when you do that, you kind of lose a little bit of yourself. And that's what I wanted to take the time to really dive back into. I am, how would you say, a product of the entertainment industry. My father was in the entertainment industry. I had been performing on stage since I was 5. I've never done anything but truly be creative all my life, even today. I was creative today, making a living. And that's all I know. I've been at the top, I've been at the bottom, I've been in between, I've been in purgatory. I've I've run the gamut. Anything that you can think of, any position in the music industry, in the entertainment industry of level, I have been there and understand it. I've learned from it. That's mostly. I've learned, more importantly, what not to do and not who to be and not how to act. And that takes a long time to adjust to. And that's where I've been. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to come back and actually start posting to my channel again. I, unbeknownst to many of you, have been in AI development for about 10 years, 2014, 2015. And under NDAs and under the silence of those who hire me and contract me and those who I consult for and develop for. And in the more recent years, even now, I'm still contracted by some of the biggest AI companies in the world. I have been beta testing generative AI music platforms for years, developing the sounds, developing the parameters, the sonic attributes, um, testing and testing and testing, failing points, points of efficiency, points of collapse, points of growth, adaptation. I was one of the people that launched some of the 32-second samples from Udio about 2 years ago. I was beta testing for them, and I was one of the first to receive a small piece of music called Carolina O, which was an Americana acoustic-driven piece of music that transformed a lot of what we know about AI today, believe it or not. I was one of the first to post it on social media on my Instagram when I had that. And that was viewed and shared and recognized hundreds of thousands of times collectively. And it put me in a position of really having to go back and recognize the foundation of my creativity. I sat in my studio and listened to that piece of music when I received it about 25 times in a row. At which point, my wife actually came downstairs and recognized that I was crying. She said, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm in the middle of an existential crisis currently. Listen to this." And I played it for her. She goes, "Oh my God, that's beautiful. Who is that?" I went, "It's nobody. It's literally AI. AI created this from a prompt." And that was 2 years ago. And that's when I knew I needed to double down on this shit and really understand what it can do, what it can't do, the inefficiencies, the positive aspects, the potential of collaboration, the result of what this would become in the wrong hands, in the hands of the public, and not just creative people. And it's literally been the last 5 months that AI music has really, truly made an impact publicly on social media, on YouTube, in musicians' lives, in their careers, questioning the potential of their sustainability, longevity. Do they matter? Does it matter? Where are they competing at this point? 7 million generative AI pieces of music are created a day. If that gives you any idea of what we're up against, that's a lot. That's a monumental amount of music. Um, yeah, it used to be 150,000 uploads of music a day for human music. Now it's just exponentially exaggerated to a point of exhaustion, where AI has now filtered its way into Billboard charts, top charts, hit song charts, playlists, top playlists, not necessarily replacing artists, but challenging what an artist is and what the public wants and how the public listens and views music. There's a lot I can get into, and I will. I will, but this isn't the video for that. This video is more of a reintroduction of me. I'm going to start sharing my knowledge again because I think it's a pivotal moment in my life and the lives of creatives. I think it's important to understand the false narrative that many of you are buying into. The question of your purpose or the chances of you having any success, or is there any point to doing what you're doing anymore? Is it going to replace you? Is it going to replicate you? Is it going to take over? Again, I currently work in AI, in the creative fields, and I can confidently tell you, no, it cannot replace you. It cannot it cannot compete with you. And again, I will get into that later. It's an illusion, I promise you. And when I give you the examples and really lay it out for you, it'll make sense. But again, I just needed to make this first video. I just needed to get it out there because I felt that I was finally in a place to do so, to get back to a real root of character of who I am and what I represent, and get back to me being unapologetically authentic in my presentation to you, with you. And just talk about the creative process again, and talk about how AI is, it's being pushed as this disruption. It is not a disruption. It's an interruption, if you will. So I'm going to leave you with that. Because again, as a creative, there are certain moments in your life where it's harder to press record than it is to walk away and just say, I'll leave it for tomorrow. I'm not there yet. And you make up some bullshit excuse. This is me pushing the record button and just whatever fucking happens, happens. Without teleprompters, without doing my hair, without a jacket, without making sure that absolutely everything is right. And this is how I want to move forward with it. So that's about it. There's a lot to unpack there. It's not about the views for me. It's about, I got this out there. I got this done. And I will be talking about all of the work that I am doing to help keeping human creativity alive and at the forefront of the industry. I'm working with a lot of people and a lot of stuff I will be able to share with you in these videos, and help you find so much more confidence in what is happening now and how to navigate all of this like I do. I haven't stopped being creative. People are still hiring me for a multitude of things. Playing drums, producing, mixing, Atmos work. I just did a film score over the last several weeks. All of these things make me realize that AI cannot do what I do. Not even close. When I'm done, it can replicate what I've done, but it can't do what I do. I have intention, and I create for the value of the human emotional experience. AI cannot do that. And that's how I know that I cannot be replaced, I cannot be replicated, and my creativity is more valuable than it ever has been. So I will leave you with that. Until then, I hope you're well. I hope you're sleeping well. I hope there's no anxiety. It's a pretty fucked up time in the world, got to admit. There's a lot of bullshit happening. So hopefully this will be an escape to some extent, for all of us, even in the limited time that we have together. And I swore I was going to make this short. I hope it's not too long. Hope it's short enough. So there you go. This is done with intention to say, hey, I'm going to start doing this again. And I hope to connect with you.